Have you ever wondered what secrets our planet Earth holds that remain unknown to many of us? This blue-green orb that we call home is brimming with mysteries, some of which have been unraveled over centuries, while others remain hidden, tucked away in the folds of its vastness. Let's start with the sheer size of the Earth. You might have heard that it's the third planet from the Sun, but did you know that it's also the fifth largest planet in our solar system? It's true. Earth is dwarfed by the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn, and is also smaller than Uranus and Neptune. But when it comes to the rocky planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and us, Earth is the heavyweight champion. Now let's talk age. It's estimated that our planet is around 4.5 billion years old. To put that in perspective, if you were to compress Earth's history into a single day, humans wouldn't even appear until a few seconds before midnight. Talk about being fashionably late to the party. As we revolve around the sun, we're also spinning on our axis, a phenomenon known as rotation. This rotation is what gives us our day-night cycle. When one half of the Earth faces the sun, it's daytime for that part of the world. As the Earth continues to spin, that area moves into shadow, and it becomes night. In addition to rotation, Earth has another dance move in its repertoire: orbit. Our planet's path around the sun is not a perfect circle, but an ellipse. This, along with the tilt of Earth's axis, is what gives us our seasons. When the North Pole tilts towards the sun, it's summer in the northern hemisphere. As the Earth continues on its orbit, the North Pole tilts away from the sun, bringing winter to the northern hemisphere. These are some of the basic facts about our planet. But hold on, the real surprises are yet to come. Did you know that the Earth is not a perfect sphere but rather an oblate spheroid? Yes, you heard it right. Our home planet is slightly squashed at the poles and swollen at the equator, just like a slightly deflated balloon. This unique shape is due to the Earth's rotation, which induces centrifugal forces that push material away from the poles and towards the equator. Now, let's talk about gravity. It's commonly known that gravity keeps us grounded, but did you know that the force of gravity is not the same everywhere on Earth? That's right, it varies across the globe. For instance, you'd weigh slightly less at the equator than at the poles because of the centrifugal force produced by the Earth's rotation. Speaking of rotation, the Earth's tilt on its axis is another fascinating aspect that has a significant impact on our lives. The Earth's axis is tilted at an angle of approximately 23.5 degrees relative to its orbit around the Sun. This tilt is the reason for the change in seasons as we orbit the Sun. When the North Pole tilts towards the Sun, it's summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere. 6 months later, when the South Pole tilts towards the Sun, the seasons reverse. Last but not least, let's talk about Earth's magnetic field. This invisible shield, generated by swirling molten iron deep within the Earth's outer core, protects us from harmful solar radiation. Without it, life as we know it would be impossible. The solar wind, a stream of charged particles ejected from the sun, would strip away the ozone layer, which shields the Earth from harmful ultraviolet rays. Incredible, isn't it? But there's still more to discover. But the Earth isn't just rocks and water. What about its diverse life forms? Our planet is a kaleidoscope of life, a thriving hotbed of biodiversity, teeming with creatures that never cease to astonish. From the deepest trenches of our oceans to the highest peaks of our mountains, from the densest jungles to the barren deserts, life persists in an array of forms that is simply staggering. Take a moment to consider the colossal blue whale, a creature so vast that its heart alone is the size of a small car. Can you imagine a creature that can hear frequencies as high as 150 kilohertz? That's the greater wax moth for you, boasting the most excellent hearing in the animal kingdom. In the heart of the deep sea, where sunlight never reaches, dwell creatures like the fang-toothed fish. Sporting the largest teeth of any fish in the ocean, in proportion to body size, it's a true testament to the extraordinary adaptations life on Earth has made to survive. But let's not forget the humble tardigrade. These microscopic water bears, as they're affectionately known, are the ultimate survivors. Able to withstand the vacuum of space, extreme radiation and temperatures that would freeze or boil most life forms, tardigrades show us that life on Earth is not just diverse but incredibly resilient. And what about our feathered friends, the birds? The peregrine falcon, for instance, is not just any bird, it's the fastest animal on Earth, reaching speeds of over 200 miles per hour in its hunting dive. Then there are the plants, from the giant sequoias towering over 250 feet tall, to the tiny duckweed floating on the surface of a pond. Each, in its own way, contributes to the rich tapestry of life on Earth. we've barely scratched the surface of the Earth's extraordinary inhabitants. Each creature, each plant, each microscopic organism all contribute to the vibrant, pulsating symphony of life that makes our planet so unique. The Earth is truly a treasure trove of life, but wait, the most amazing fact is coming up next. So, what's the most amazing fact about our planet? The answer may astonish you. It's not about the highest mountains, deepest oceans, or the stunning variety of its landscapes. The most amazing fact about Earth is the existence and persistence of life, despite numerous mass extinction events. Life in its diverse forms has evolved and adapted over billions of years. It has withstood the test of time, surviving in the harshest of climates, from the freezing poles to the scorching deserts, from the deepest seas to the highest peaks. Life has shown an incredible ability to bounce back, even after cataclysmic events that have wiped out most species. This tenacity, this ability to endure and thrive, is the most remarkable feature of our home. Our planet Earth is not just a blue dot in space, it's a living, breathing entity that has nurtured life for billions of years. Now, isn't that truly amazing?